we're going to play some Gretha. It is episode 79 of Pumpkin Days. And I have been offline for a bit. I got sick and lost my voice. So there was no streaming for me for a while. And then I had a contract. Oh, blueberry pie. Awesome. I had a contract to get very interesting. So, still hanging out for the update. Pumpkin has been working very hard over in Diamond Falls and doing some updating there, but I don't have a lot of time to. My gosh, what have I done? My cows are like, oh boy, pooping everywhere. Okay, well, I suppose one of the first things I should do is clean up this mess because it's messy. But I mean, on the upside, I do know my animals aren't starving because they're eating and producing poo, and they still have feed in their feed troughs. So I guess that's really good. Given that I think we did some breeding last time we were here. There go the pigs, ready to steal the food. We'll just grab some of this magic stuff that we use for fertilizer. Go pat Faraday. Hey Faraday, do it. Yeah, nice horsey. I'm really looking forward to Faraday being big enough to ride. That's going to be awesome. That's right, we put some new barns in, didn't we, with this? And I have to name them, that's right. Cool, we're getting there very slowly. So I came in tonight, I know I don't have a lot of time because it's actually getting quite late here, but I thought I would stick my head in and say hello and see how everyone was doing and maybe answer a question that came up on my YouTube channel. About finding vine flowers. So, Silly Sally, if you're around, this is for you. I'm gonna take a run out to Wahoo Beach, Spoony Island, because I couldn't remember how to describe where to find the flowers, but I can actually take you there. So once I finish cleaning up this poop, we're gonna take poor little Gretha here out for a bit of a jog over to Spoony Island. And actually when I say a bit of a jog to Spoony Island, what I mean is a bit of a jog to the bus stop and then a bit of a ride out to Spoony Island. And then we're going to go looking for the jade vine flower and the passion flower. And it's really funny that you asked that question because I've been playing a Wahoo Beach character just to try and get some strategies for starting out in Wahoo Beach, because it is pretty different to starting out in Pumpkin Vale. And so what I thought I'd do is just try a few things out before I say to everyone, hey, this is a great idea, because, you know, it might not be. So the other day when I was out there, I was actually looking for passion flower for some of the requests for the residents out at Wahoo Beach. So, and I had to find them again. It was insane. Alright, we are nearly done cleaning up my my little green poop beacons that help guide me home on a late night. What? Who hung that over here? Alrighty. So before we go, I'm going to just feed these beasties. And we'll get this done. So yes, I was working on my my 5th novel in the Macamee series at the same time as I was working on a contract for some work for hire. And I sat down and did some calculations for that based on the how many words I was needing to finish the bits and pieces of the project that I was working on. And I worked out that the amount of words I calculated wasn't enough. So I've had to really prioritize my writing before I do any streaming. And then I got sick, which is not good. So it's taken me a little while to just get myself back on track. So today's the first day in about a week that I've been able to just chill for a little while. And it's really good to be able to do that. So It's also about the 4th day in a row that I've written 7,000 words. No, I don't want to pat the cow. I want to clean up the poop. I mean, the cow is nice, but it's the poop we want to get rid of. Okay, so yeah, so I've been writing pretty hard and fast, listening to a lot of Sabaton and Five Finger Death Punch and some Danheim, all of which have really, really good typing beats. And that's kept me busy for the last week. So I'm going to apologise in advance in case my voice goes out on me. Actually, while we're here, how much money do I have in the bank? Ooh, how much space do I have in my backpack? What's going on here? Oh yeah, we can do this thing. Alright, we are going to head. Do I have food? Aha, I can eat Zoe's apple cake. Don't tell her, we'll make her some more. Oops, don't do that. Alright, we're good. But I won't waste it because speed of cake will wear off on the bus trip over, so that's no good. Let's go. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a run out to the Wahoo Beach area, and we're going to look for 2 fairly fiddly defined flowers. We're going to find the jade vine, and we're also going to find the passion flower, and both of those are kind of viney things that grow up on a tree, and they can be a right pain in the neck. And we're going to try not to get stung by a scorpion while we're out there, because that would be just not fun. They're not as bad as getting bitten by a black widow though, I have to say. So, you've got to win somewhere. Let's go. Now I know Pumpkin said she was going to update the, let's go out to Spoonie. She's going to update the travel system so that the costs were, well, for some areas they're going to be a lot more expensive, and for other areas they're going to be a lot cheaper. So, or a bit cheaper. Oh, there goes Nikki. Nikki, if you're ever in Wahoo Beach and you're trying to run an errand for Nikki, it's insane. Alright, so the first thing we're going to look for, because Nikki is often running out to Spoonie Island and can be quite hard to find. But anyway, we're not here to find Nikki today. What we're here to find is the passion flower. So you'll notice I've run straight off the bridge of Spoonie Island. Oops, now I've got to line myself up again. And we're going to run straight up this hill area here, because the passion flower is lurking in the forest with the scorpions and butterflies and bees. No, actually I tell lies. I haven't found any bees up here. Oh, this, in case you're interested, is where you find curry leaves. If you need to make curry powder, you gather a bunch of these things, and you put them in a mortar and pestle, and they will turn into curry powder, okay? So this is where you find them. You can grow them if you live in Wahoo Beach. You cannot grow them if you live in Pumpkin Vale. They will die. Oh, what was that I just ran past? That looked kind of... Okay, you know how I said scorpions? There you go, guys. Scorpions. And they get you. They do. Okay, this is lemongrass. It's another thing you can grow in Pumpkin Beach. Oh, sorry, in Wahoo Beach and not in Pumpkin Vale. Oh, man. Told you I had a long day today, didn't I? Alright, so this is, if you look down there... Okay, let's just go back this way a bit. You can see the beach, and you can see... I'm going to run into that scorpion again, aren't I? That way is Spoonie Island. This is, if you look on your map, just grab this and drag it up here. This is the Palace Jungle where you're going to find your passion flowers. You will not find aloe vera in here. No, that's the wrong word. Can't talk to me. I'll get the right name for it though. Alstroemeria is not found in the Palace Jungle, and that reminds me I should actually tell people that, because it's found in the Zinzin fields. But we're after passion flowers, and they are found here. So we're here. I think it's probably right on the edge here is where our passion flowers are. So we're going to toddle that way and not run into a scorpion. Maybe. If we do, I'm probably going to jump about 6 feet and knock my cup of water over. It's a deer. Scared the daylights out of me. Alrighty. I know, I'm scared of scorpions and I'm running through here like a lunatic. Alright, for the curious, this is gardenias. You can find them here as well. This is not what we're looking for. And I've completely lost them. So, there it is. Okay, see this is a vine on a tree. And that is ginger, so we're going to ignore it. But if you are looking for passion flowers, this is where you find them, just here. And actually, I think that this map is off kilter again. It was accurate at one point, but it's not at the moment for some reason. Oops. Oh man, I keep going to hit escape to close the map. It's not working for me because that's not how the map closes here. Right, so these are your vines. This is your passion flower. Your landmarks. Where are we? Okay, vine. Let's go this way. There's your road. Okay, so if you look at your map, that's the road there. We shouldn't actually be in this area according to the map, so just ignore the map for the moment. Alrighty. We're going to just toddle a little bit further down. There are 2 patches of passion vines. And I'm pretty sure the other one is actually in the opposite direction to what I'm running in. So let's go grab it. Alright, so coming up from the road, you're looking for this patch here. Oh, I take it back. That map is accurate. What am I doing on this side of the... no, it's not. There we go. Okay, that's Spoony Island. Okay, your bridge to Spoony Island is actually there. So that's... yeah. So the map at the moment is out. I'm sure Pumpkin will fix that up. So basically, really, we're sitting about here on the map. That's our bridge. There's our bridge there. I think. Yeah, should be. No. We are wrong. Where am I? Actually, at the moment, I'm hopeless. No, the map is accurate. I'm not accurate. There's the problem. Let's go stand in this junction of roads and just get our bearings properly. Oh, right. That's new to me. No, the map is perfectly accurate. There's our bridge. There it is there. There we are and there we are. So that's good. So our passion flowers are come up from the bridge, come to the crossroads. Yeah. I don't recall them being on that side of the road, that's all. Alright, come up from here. Oh no, here we go, yeah. Okay. There's your crossroads. Come up on this side of them. And let's see if I can actually remember where to get them from here, because this is harder. That's cumin. There's our passion flowers. Okay. So the other set of passion flowers, if I can just work out where I am again. There is a second set. I just need to vaguely recall where I saw it. Bing bada boom. There it is over there. Okay, and this is your second set of passion flowers. So these are the only 2 sets of passion flowers on the island that I know about. I may have missed some, but that's them. So you just need to bear on. There's your crossroads sign. Your bridge to Spoony Island is just over here, out of sight. There's your first set of passion flowers, and your second set is jog a jog. So even when you know exactly where they are, there it is, they can still be quite difficult to find. Now, the next flower that we're going to look for is the jade vine flower. And I don't think I can jump this gap. Ow, no, that was a face full of rock. Alright, definitely can't jump the gap. So again, if you're starting out looking for your jade vine flowers and you start down from Spoony Island, we'll just head back to the bridge so you've got an idea of where I'm coming from. Okay. I should be eating cake. Let's just eat this cake and be done with it. Okay. Alright. If you come up from the bridge to the crossroads, for the passion flowers, you're going to go to your left. For the jade vine flowers, you're going to go to your right. Actually, you're not. You're going to run through the pass because I have yet to find a way to get up there from the right. So, zish this way, because where we want to go is up here. So we're going to go this way and go around the corner, and we're going to run up the hill, and we're going to, whoops, not fall off the edge of the cliff. Hopefully. That's kangaroo paw. Okay. And we're also going to hope we don't run into a scorpion, because they can be really hard to find, or hard to see in the bushes. We're going to just kind of run up into this thick grove of trees that is impossible to see through, right to the top. Okay, so if you have a look, there's our road, and what we've done is we've come up along the back. And then you're going to go as far into the middle of this thicket as you can until you find these beautiful blue flowers hanging down the side of a tree, and these even more beautiful sparkly flowers, which are really, really, really hard to find, and I spent hours and hours and hours looking for them. But this is where they are. So on the map, which we know is accurate, you're right in the middle of this little patch here. Getting up to it can be tricky though. Okay, so that is where your jade vine flowers are. Ow. And that is where your passion flowers are. And I just ran into another tree. And that's that. Pretty much. It's as easy as, yeah, just easy. It's not that easy. It's as easy as getting into the middle of these trees. And even when you do, you're going to have to hunt around. And eventually you'll find, look at that, see, I know they're there, and you know they're there, and neither of us can see them anymore. They definitely don't vanish though, so don't despair. You just need, like I said, work your way into the middle of this thicket of green, and eventually you'll find this cascade of blue, and those are your jade vine flowers. So that was the question I was asked earlier today. It might have been yesterday, but I may have missed it because I haven't actually been on for a bit. And that's where you find them. Now I'm going to try and find my way home. It's so dark in here. Rule number 1 of hiking: if you're lost, go to the top of the hill. And you'll get your bearings from the top of the hill. That way's the museum, if I remember rightly. Oh, I'm so lost. I'm not at the top of the hill yet. Can I find the scorpion again? I hope not. Alright, here we go. So let's head back to Spoony Island, and we'll grab ourselves a tuk-tuk and go home. But I wanted to remember to answer that question this episode, because jade vine flowers, passion flowers drove me crazy when I was trying to look for them, and now they can drive you crazy too. Hopefully not quite as crazy though. So yeah, Alstroemeria is the other flower that you'll need to find, and it is over in this direction. We won't head out that way today though. We are going to head back. I had I vaguely remember having some definite ideas about what I needed to do this session. But work came first and I've completely lost them. So I don't think it's time for our baby animals to grow yet. Oops. Hatch, grow, be delivered. There you go. I am looking forward to making some more friends, like increasing some of those friendships over at Pumpkin Vale. Oh, I love how we've added these in. This is just good stuff. So I think that was our main focus. We're building friendships and possibly focusing on our farming quota. Let's head back to Pumpkin Vale before my poor little character falls over again. I don't know how many times I've fallen over in this game, but oops. You can go to sleep whenever you like. Good morning, Sister Joan.
This is adequate.
I did a stuffed lobster for Sister Joan. Excellent. I will ask the goddess to give you extra blessings for your generosity.
Spirits guide you.
Hello, Greta. You're welcome at the temple at any time. If Mother Isabella is cross with you, please tell her you're my guest. I'm beginning to dread this Mother Isabella, and I think my character's beginning to dread me taking her on midnight jaunts. Alright, so I probably should check my journal, and I should probably check my missions. Ooh, ginger for Sister Emmy. I should have picked up that ginger I saw. 3 trillium for Rose, columbine flowers for Dahlia. I should have gotten Dee's bakery cake. Alright, we're going to head back up the Spoony Island. See, head is a sieve. I'd forget it if it wasn't screwed on. We're going to head back out to Spoony Island. We're going to grab ourselves some more ginger. Oh, I've even forgotten which fridge it's in. Oh no, that's not a good sign. Let's go and check the only fridge that I don't remember checking from last time. I know we fed the cows, so they're good. I guess the only problem I might have is the chickens, because I can't remember when I fed them. Honestly, Alec is going to be very cross with me one day, and I really need to find some fish. Okay, ooh. Alright, sorry, character needs to sleep. Sleeping is good for my character. Let's do that. Cooking channel. Lemon pudding, nice. Alright. Oh, and actually I was playing in Wahoo Beach and I learnt the recipe for peanut butter, and do you think I can remember it right now? Nope, I can't. Okay, so I had missions. Let's go get Sister Emmy's ginger. Oops, as soon as we watch the television. Because otherwise... Oh, well, okay. Otherwise we're not going to get that done in time, and then we'll be in trouble. And I forgot to look in the fridge. Too bad. Alright, Sister Emmy's ginger. A Forrest cake from the Forrest Bakery on Spoony Island. And some trillium for... See, I could run through the graveyard, but I don't need to. We just need to go down this way. Some trillium for one of the others, but I've got 11 days for that, so that's not quite so urgent. Jim often spends time here. It's 4:37 PM. I might have to remember where to find him. Okay, so Spoony Island. Okay, oh no, and it's probably closed because I'm really slack and slow. That's okay. If it is, we're going to grab our ginger, go home, get some sleep. And yeah, it looks like I've missed it. Let's just... Phew. Ah, here we go. How you doing? All this subject of inane subjects has to go somewhere. If only I could make money off knowing a person could fit inside a blue whale's artery. Nice. Do you need anything? Oh no, Mare Fern? Sure, I guess I can figure out who she is. And I needed to buy an owl cake, I think it was. Apple, rhubarb, walnut, apple, cheesecake, brownie, chocolate, pumpkin. Oh, that's no good. Hang on, yeah. So, Forrest Bakery cake. Let me just get rid of this. An owl cake. Are you sure you don't have an owl cake, Forrest? I really need one. Pumpkin cake. Alright, so maybe I need to be a bit more on the ball with this quest. And, you think? And hunt up. Come in every day. Alright, I need to go find Mare Thingamy. And Mare Thingamy is usually down on the beach. I think. When she's around. Oh, this could get bad real quick. Okay, so I'm pretty sure... No, that's Corin. Ah, here we go. This looks more promising. Ah, no, Mare Thingamy, come back. Oh, thank goodness. Please take this. How are you doing? Do you ever think about how many wasps can fit into a tiny nest? It's not something I want to think about. It's like a clown car, but even more terrifying. Ah, never mind. Yeah, that's okay, Mare Fern. We're good. Come back tomorrow? I'm going to have to because someone wasn't stocking an owl cake like he's supposed to. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find some ginger. Spoony Island used to be one of the very few places you could find it. And it's still around over here. We're going to hear some rattles and some rustles that sound a lot like spiders, but they're not because they're actually beetles on the trees. So I'm going to try not to jump out of my skin too much. Here's some ginger. And there's some more ginger. And even more ginger because ginger is awesome. I don't know, let's go find some. Oops, what's that? That's vanilla. Vanilla's good too. Let's grab some of that while we're here. Alrighty. That other stuff, if you're wondering, that I'm merrily running past is called sorrel. It's a flower that you can use for the museum collection if you haven't already done it. Alright, I'm going to go home and sulk about not having an owl cake in the Forrest bakery. How many gingers did I need? 5. How many did I pick up? 4. Alright, oh gosh, and now I'm looking inside my own stomach. That's just gross. Let's eat some apple cake. And I remember seeing ginger up near where the passion flowers were. So I think what we might do is, if we go looking for the passion flowers, we'll find the ginger. Okay, that's the theory. I could be really wrong about that, but let's give it a shot. So, passion flowers are found at the crossroads. We go to the crossroads. And then we go left. And head up the hill just a little bit. Oh, and we watch where we're stepping because there's a scorpion somewhere up here. And I didn't catch it, and it probably would have respawned anyway. Okay, there's our passion flowers. Excellent. So the ginger... Where is the ginger? Oh no. The ginger is... I've lost the ginger completely. That's terrible. Where is the ginger? Nope, it's not there. Aha, hang on a minute. I know, right? These spiders and bugs have got me a little bit spooked. Alright, they've got me a lot spooked because I am a coward. But anyway, I've lost my ginger completely. That's terrible. I know I saw it because I'm like, nope, we're not touching that. We don't have any space. Okay, that's okay. We'll look for the other... Oh gosh. Yes, we'll look for the other thing. Where's my crossroads? There's my crossroads down there. Let's go that way. There's the lemongrass. So we're looking for a vine growing up a tree, and we're also looking at the ground so we don't stamp on a scorpion, because it will get cross with us for that. Oh, there it is. Wagging its tail. Let's leave that thing alone. Scorpions not to be played with, not even by big kids. Boo! Can I pat? No, I can't pat that. I can goose the deer. There you go. Okay, what's that? That's rosemary. because that's rosemary. Ah, what's that? That's grass. No, that's not what we're after. Oh man, I saw it yesterday and I'm like, no, don't go near it. Now I'm like, oh man, where are you? Please come back. So like I said, even though I know where the passion flowers are, there's the ginger. We are, only needed one more. Now I'm going to have to run home. We're going to, so we'll pick up all the extra ginger I can get. What's that? Ooh, cumin. Cumin, it's another thing you can grow at Wahoo Beach, but not at Pumpkinvale. So, yeah, even though I know where the passion flowers are, they're still pretty hard to find in this jungle. You're going to have to just remember, come up from the crossroads and go a little bit in, but look for the vines on the trees. At the moment, I think I'm running in the right direction to get to the museum, and I'm being a little bit scared about running across the oh, very smart. I don't want to go that way. Where am I on the map? Yeah, okay. Let's go play chicken with some scorpions. Up the hill. Oh no, I hate playing chicken with the scorpions. That's not a fun game. There we are. And my cake ran out. And my foal's not big enough yet. You know what? It's 12:46 a.m. and I think Sister Amy has switched over with Sister Joan. So maybe if we're lucky, we'll get back in time to catch her before she goes to bed, because we're really running short. We'll just zip this way. And this way. Go to Pumpkinvale. I'm going to enjoy that 5G cost while it lasts, because apparently it's not going to last. I see a lot of running in the future of my Pumpkinvale characters. Okay, no. Sister Emmy is asleep. Is it Sister Emmy or Sister? Oh, okay. There's no point trying to catch Sister Emmy. She is asleep. I was thinking Sister Abigail is on duty and Sister Joan is in the tavern because her sisters have told her that's where she needs to be. Ooh. Oh, payment. Pay is good. Oh, yes. Quote. Oh, no. Oh, wow. I get some seeds. I was just thinking, oh no, because I don't think I've watered my crops either. So tomorrow will be chicken and crop day. Yep. Where's my house? There's my house. There are my... Oh wow. What? And it's fall and I've got to remember to harvest my flowers. Okay, did I have crops? Do I have a quota left? Have I done my quota? Oh, okay, so I'm panicking over nothing then. My quota is done. That's pretty awesome. Right, so we need to be up early for Sister Emmy. So we might just grab some Z's and just use my right mouse button to adjust that. There we go. Chocolate pudding. No, I don't. Sewing machine. Tasty chocolate pudding, cocoa, 1 cocoa powder, 1 milk, 1 egg, and 1 sugar. Absolutely delicious. Tune in next time. And we're good. So there is an update coming soon for Pumpkin Days, but not yet. Now, if we get up at 11:20, we're going to miss Sister Emmy. So I think Gretha is just going to have to go with 5 hours worth of sleep. I know that's mean, but she'll manage. She's tough. Maybe. Cooking channel. Cheese pizza. Nifty. Okay, 1 dough, 1 cheese and 1 tomato. Super easy. See you next time and happy cooking. Trying out this new character in Wahoo Beach, I actually suddenly realised, oops, how lucky I was. Oh, this is my blueberry patch. I don't need any more blueberries. I have a lot of blueberries. Anyway, I realised how lucky I was that early on when I was playing this character and playing Aliana, that I actually got the recipe for a master kitchen and worked it out pretty quick. So yeah, so I've been pretty spoilt when it comes to recipes. Just from the point of view, how many eggs did they stack? Just from the point of view that I've been able to play with quite big recipes for quite some time. But with my latest character, I'm still stuck on the basic kitchen, which means I can only do 2 ingredient recipes. It's driving me crazy because I actually have to work to work harder to get the oh man, Primrose, starving chicken, to get the recipes and the energy that I need. Blah. I'm losing my train of thought. So I started playing a character in Wahoo Beach because Wahoo Beach is so far away from the museum that I wanted to see what it was like, and it also has a lot of different crops. So I wanted to see what that was like when you were starting out, and whether or not there were things that you could do early on that would help you do stuff, like work out recipes and make a little bit of extra money. And I'm discovering with it that the fruit trees are absolutely fantastic, which reminds me, I haven't bottled the chicken. There you go. Yeah, there's so much to do that I haven't actually started properly on the museum yet. I think I'm already into like the 3rd of spring. But getting to the museum is quite... It takes a lot more effort than getting to the museum if you start off in Pumpkin Vale. So from that perspective, starting in Pumpkin Vale would be a lot easier. What was I doing? I was going to go and catch Sister Emmy, and then I was going to go and try and find an owl cake at the bakery from Forrest for Dee. Yeah, and if I'm quick enough, I'll be able to get Dee's Forest cake early. And I was also going to try and get some Trillium for whoever it was that asked me for it. Oh no, she's not here. Ah, there she is. Hey, Sister Emmy. You're very welcome. There we go. Now, if I wanted to find a mission for her, I would I'd poke her again. So basically what I do with the characters is I go through a conversation 3 times with them. And if they've got anything for you at all, Trillium is usually found over here somewhere. If they've got anything for you at all, they'll usually tell you on the 3rd poke. Here we go. This should be Trillium. Yeah, so this is the closest patch of Trillium to Pumpkin Vale. But there is a bigger patch. I'm just trying to remember where it was. I think it's actually out on that island. Actually, it is out on that island over there. I'm not going to go out there yet. What's my backpack looking like? Ooh. I love these. These are cute. Okay, so straight out, grab the owl cake and grab the owl cake and straight back. Did I just say don't travel? Oh man, I am so fluffy. Oh, it's raining. So Spoony Island is not a starting choice, but once you get a bit of money together, you can buy the farm plot here, which is kind of cool. And I have no idea what does and doesn't grow in here. So what we're doing is we're looking for an owl cake. How you doing? Did you know that there's a special kind of cake you can bake rotisserie style? Ooh. It's called a spit cake. Bad name for a cake, right? I was thinking it. Ah dear. There's no owl cake here. Apple, walnut, apple bread, rhubarb, sweet potato. Some of these sound really good, but I mean the chestnut cake wasn't here yesterday, so wonder how you make an apple walnut cake. I wonder if I can make an apple walnut cake, because Forrest has specialty pastries. I would need to find walnuts. I have apples. Sorry, Forrest, I'm after an owl cake, and if I could order it from you special, I would. Okay, I'm a bit scared to go bug people at the moment. They might give me an errand, and I really want to go home. So, fortunately, that's not a timed one. Columbine flowers. And I can't remember where they are. That's terrible. Maybe I should look into that. They're a blue flower. And I have a horrible feeling they're actually in this direction. That's okay. And I wanted to go up to, it's 4:03 p.m. Okay, you know what? Change of plans. We're going to go and have a really, really, really quick peek up at Diamond Falls. I know, it's probably the same as last time I went because there hasn't been an update for Pumpkin Days, but I always like seeing any changes that might have happened. It's just one of my favourite things about an early access game, especially one that's this well supported. I just live for all the new things, all the shinies. There you go. But so last, if you go over to Pumpkin Days' channel, so Momo has a channel, the developer of this game. She gives updates on what she's doing, and they're really interesting to see. And I always love coming over to the areas she's working on and just seeing what they look like. But there hasn't been an update, so there's probably no changes since last time. But I always like having a bit of a look around and just seeing some of the tiny touches that have been made. This game is just looked after with such care. So looking forward to when this place opens. So my plan is I get to start. I'll stick with Gretha until the full release, and then what I'll do is I'll actually start 3 characters fresh and run them parallel, and we'll just have a look at the differences between when you start in Pumpkin Vale to when you start in Wahoo Beach to when you start in Diamond Falls, because that's my sad idea of fun. I actually really like doing comparisons like that, and yeah. But I'm also looking forward to the next update, which is when some of the dating dialogue will go live, and we'll get to see how that looks like when you've been playing for a while. But one of the things I'm looking forward to at full release is playing the game from the very start to when everything's already in place, and just seeing how it progresses if you're playing and things aren't being added to it as it's being built, because those are two different feels for a game. And I mean, I love the exploring that you do in an early access game, but I also really like to see how it looks put together. And when I enjoy playing something this much, it's yeah, I'll play it to death almost. So it's like my time at Porsche. I think I've got about 700 hours in my time at Porsche now, and I'm still playing it, and I'm actually hanging out at the moment for that game for the latest update to come through, but it's not going to be for a couple of months. So I'm exploring some of the things that I haven't done, because even having done 700 hours, there are things in Porsche I haven't done. And Pumpkin Days is very similar, because there are things in, I think, 300 hours of play with Pumpkin Days that I so definitely haven't even come close to doing. And there's just so much in this one tiny little game. It's not that tiny. It's just really got a lot in it. So if you're looking for a farming game with a lot of content, this fits the bill really nicely. and it's very peaceable in that there's no combat. I think the scariest thing in this game, chocolate cherry jam cookies, well, is not the cookies. The recipes in this game are phenomenal. But yeah, the scariest thing in this game are the insects. And if you have a look at my collection for the museum, okay, I have all the flowers. I have all the ores except alabaster because it's a pain in the neck to find. I think I've only ever seen it in 300 hours of play. I've only ever spawned it once. So I don't know what it is with alabaster, but it's difficult. It's even harder than this stuff, cassiterite. Fish. I've been a bit lazy with fish, I have to say. So that's something I want to kind of get so I can finish all the fish. Fossils, we're not doing too badly. One of my other characters has finished all the fossils. Artifacts, we're still down a coin. And I'm a little bit cross with this because I had all of the tablets and now I can't remember which one I don't have. Oops. But bugs, we're good for the butterflies and the moths. And okay, I even caught an army ant and one beetle. But if you have a look, it's just like a desert of question marks because this is the only spider I've caught. I haven't caught any of the scorpions. I lucked out with a cricket. And I'm a little bit terrified of going after them. Which just means I have to, put my big girl britches on and head in and get them done. It is the 27th, so what I might do is I might upset my bees and I might harvest all my flowers because I'm really worried that if I leave things to the last minute, I'm going to do something like, my normal trick of falling over and completely miss all these beautiful flowers that I've grown, and I want to ship them out. I'm looking forward to, I don't think there's very many recipes with flowers for crafting, but really looking forward to if they ever do that, because that would be pretty awesome. In something that's already pretty awesome. My goodness, I've got a ton of honey. So we might just get rid of these before I forget. And I'm probably going to run out of backpack space really quickly. There we go. So the trick is I've got to remember to keep some of these flowers aside for two reasons. One, we want to turn them into seeds so that we've got flowers to grow when it comes to spring. And two, sometimes our erstwhile friends in town ask us for flowers, and they're not always easy to find, which reminds me I haven't found columbines yet. I've got to go do that. So we'll just pick all of these at risk of making our bees really cross. See, at least the bees don't try and sting you when you steal their flowers or their honey. That's kind of cool. But at the risk of upsetting them, there we go, I filled my pack. That's terrible. Alrighty, flowers. So we will, Jade Vine, if you're curious, is worth 20G. Passion flowers, only worth 4. So Jade Vine's quite a valuable flower. Gardenias are quite cool. Gentians. Oh, and here I am like, we must remember to save some flowers, and I'm completely forgetting to do so. Let me just pop all of those back. Remind me it's like nearly 11 o'clock at night and I should probably be thinking about sleeping. Alright, let's have a quick look in here. Okay, these are all my seeds. I've got some flowers in there. Let's just... Have I got any space? No. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop that over there. I'm going to turn, say 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sneezeweed is someone's favourite flower. Okay. We're not going to bother turning the jade vine into seeds because you can only grow them in one of each. Ditto with the passion flower. I can't remember gardenia. This is the other thing with an early access game. Sometimes things change. Okay, so we're lucky we can grow gardenia here as well. So let's just turn a couple of those into seeds too. So this way I don't have to go running around like a nutcase in town. Actually, no, we might just dump all of these in here to try and find stuff. Grab the bay leaves. The thing with bay leaves is we can turn them into spices and herbs. Okay, we need the trillium. Oh wow, I have enough trillium maybe? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, Rose only needs 3 trillium. I think I've kind of gone a bit overkill on the trillium. Let's pop those away. Alright, while we're here we might remember to put our flower pots up as well. Just grab that and replace it, because they look pretty. There we go, grab this one. Oh, that is pretty awesome. I love these things. Okay. Alright. So that thing I was saying about curry leaves before, if you're ever looking to make curry powder and you've gathered curry leaves, where are they? There they are. You can stick them in your pestle and mortar, which you get from Eddie, or you can get them from Dante, I think. And there's your curry powder. So it takes 2 curry leaves per. Cilantro. Now the thing with herbs and spices is, on their own, they're only worth about 2G or more. A little bit more, some are worth 5. If you put them in your pestle and mortar, you can turn them into seasoning, and then they become worth 20G. Which means it's really worth your while collecting some of them or growing some of them, so that you get the different herbs and spices, or so you can sell them and make a bit of a profit. So this is Italian seasoning, comes out of oregano. Chicken seasoning comes out of cilantro. But just by experimenting, you'll discover a whole bunch of recipe ingredients and other stuff that you need. So bay leaves I think are Italian, but I could be misremembering, so we'll just... yeah, okay, so bay leaves are Italian as well. Parsley, I think that's definitely Italian. So some of these herbs you'll need to use fresh, some of them you'll need to use, you'll need for your seasonings. If you ever get lost with them, you can always buy them at the market, buy the seasonings at the market, maybe not the herbs. But cumin grinds, that I didn't know. And it turns into beef seasoning, there you are. So that's where you get your herbs and spices from. I don't think lemongrass does anything. No, lemongrass does, there we are. Fish seasoning, I knew that. I did, really. Oops. Okay. So that's how you get your herbs and spices. And what we're just going to do is we're going to tuck a few of these fresh ones away. Well, I have a few of those. And as you can see, my fridge is pretty full, so if it's not already in there, it isn't going in there. So that fridge is full. And this fridge may not be as full. No, I gave it, that's right, I just had a mild panic attack there because I forgot I'd given Emmy her stuff. Okay, these are sweet spices. I've got them on me because we need them for making cakes, and I was going to do a bunch of experimenting. So I have my cake batter, and I have cake batter, sugar, and sweet spices, and milk, and I have my pie crust as well. So that's pretty good. I still can't make strawberry tarts, but I can make strawberry jam. So I probably should do a whole bunch of profiteering and turn a lot of my fruit into juices and lemonade. Actually, I shouldn't. I need to turn those lemons into lemon cake because Hunjiao loves it, and I've run out. Oh, where'd they go? Let's actually, I don't even need to take them out because I have that recipe. Cake. Don't give Hunjiao cheesecake. She does not like it. She gets really cross. Don't give her lemon cheesecake either, but she likes lemon cake. Alright, so I have a few lemons. I probably need to use some of those up. Let's go a little bit nuts, and we might make say 20 lemon cakes, because I keep running out of them. Mostly because I keep eating them in emergencies instead of giving them to the person who needs them. So there's the cheesecake for Hunjiao. And I guess we should probably, while we're at it, make some more apple cake, because I ate some of what's her face's apple cake. Oops, it's a bit mean. Sweet. We might make, I've got 5, let's make 15 of these. Or we could burn 15 of them, I guess. Let's try again. That is one way to get fertilizer ingredients. Just got to remember not to rush it. I always do. Okay. Alright, so now we've got two people's favourite foods. We've got spicy chicken soup for... Oh man, I forget. No, that's right. Neither of them like it. We were going to try baked chicken for someone. So beef chili is for Fayaz. Honey cake is for... Actually, I need some more of that. So we might make 18 more of that if we can. Honey cake is for the lady that always calls you honeybee. Dahlia. So if you're looking at improving your relationship with Dahlia, that's one way to do it. There's 20 of those. What was that again? Beef chili. Beef chili. I think I've been feeding the beef chili to not Fayaz. Fayaz is the spicy chicken soup. Red sauce pasta is Alec. Pancakes are for Tara. Oh, fancy vegetable soup needs to be shipped because no one likes it. I tried feeding it to the girl who loves anything vegetable soupy, and she hates it. She told me she reserved the right to decline, to refuse to serve customers. So yeah, that was Vera. She just does not like fancy vegetable soup. I might just have to try maybe plain soup for her, because I know, right? It's like, what's that about? Loves anything chicken, but also reserves the right to refuse service to customers. And chicken soup is one of those things that gets her to exercise that right. Ah, that's funny. She's very funny when she says no, Vera. It's usually done in the most customer service oriented manner possible. It's hilarious. I can see where Sister Abigail gets quite frustrated by her. It's no, Vera, you don't talk to people like her customers all the time. See, this is one of the reasons why I was also making sure I did the harvesting today, because I tend to forget what I'm doing and just completely not do it. So the fruit trees are a really good boon. I think it doesn't matter what town you start in, they're always going to be handy if you can find the fruit growing in the wild and turned into seeds. That's always going to be a good thing. Wahoo Beach especially, though I think what I've been doing with that is I've just been buying one seed whenever I can afford it and planting it, and then I wait for the first crop and turn that into several other seeds before I juice everything else. So the kitchen in Wahoo Beach is really important to get early on. Upgrading your tools is a little bit harder too, because you're not close to Clementine mines. So it's a lot more effort to get out to the mines from Wahoo than it is from Pumpkin Vale. So yeah, there's different considerations with each location that you play in. I'm really looking forward to seeing what those changes are like for for Diamond Falls as well. It's just like a massive puzzle. I love puzzles, so this game is very good for that. So what have we done so far this session? We found the passion flower, we found the jade vine flower, and we've made sure our animals are up to date, although I think it's been 2 days since I fed the cows, so maybe I should go and check on them. They tend to just not... We're not going to sell our sunflowers. What we're going to do with our sunflowers is we're going to put them in the oil machine, the oil making machine, and we're going to turn them into oil, and then maybe we'll think about making a whole bunch of chips. And if you're wondering why I'm not watering my plants, it's because it's like the last day of fall, so they're not going to fruit before they die. So it's not really worth me spending the energy on them because they've had their last crop. I think Hunjiao, is it Hunjiao or Tanis who likes sneezeweed? It might be Tanis likes sneezeweed. Let's just check. So Terra, Sebastian, Takeo, Zoe, Tanis. Yeah, Tanis likes sneezeweed. So that's another relatively it's not too hard to find. So if you were wanting to build the relationship with Tanis early on, you could go out and gather sneezeweed, but it would take a bit of time, of the time that you need for other things as well. I actually really like the hints for the relationships. See, the problem I've got at the moment is Vera, who I haven't paid a lot of attention to. So she's way down here somewhere. There she is. Okay, it says she likes soup and any chicken recipe. So I gave her this spicy chicken soup thinking that's a surefire winner because it's like chicken and soup. And yeah, she said, look, here at whatever it is furniture, we reserve the right to refuse service to any customer. I am exercising that right, which just cracks me up every time she says it, but it's a bit of a worry too because now I don't know what to give her. So I tried with the vegetable soup, the fancy vegetable soup. So I figured, well, she likes soup, let's give her a really, really complex soup to see if she likes that. But that was another refusal of service, which is kind of funny. And what surprised me was that Alex really liked the spicy beef soup, which I did try on Vera and was again refused service. So there are some things that Vera doesn't really like. I suspect anything spicy may be one of those things. But we did do a birthday mission. I'm pretty sure it was Vera who liked the baked chicken. So I might have to see if I've got the recipe for it. And if I don't have the recipe for it, I might have to... Oh no! I picked that up instead of putting it down. Where'd it go? There it is. So yeah, so if we don't have the recipe for it, we might have to... There we go. We might have to experiment to get that. But I'm enjoying the birthday recipes. They're kind of like a bit of a bonus in that you've got... the ability to make someone their favourite food for their birthday. But not only that, but you can give that food to them whenever you like during the rest of the year. And that's a pretty good way to find out what people like as well. You just have to get up to the right friendship levels to discover those things. Alrighty, where are we going? I suspect I've cleared some room in my fridge. Yeah, I think... Oh, I know what the strawberries are doing, and the strawberries are for Tucker. Tucker likes the strawberries, and Sebastian likes the vegetable salad. And oh my lord, that's a lot of lambs here. I probably don't need that much. Let's go and head out to the oil compress and just see what we can do about... So this is our oil processor, and if I remember rightly, yep, sunflowers are really good for making oil with. So, oops. And so's corn, apparently. There you go. So I've been hanging out for the last 3 months since I planted these things for the time when I could actually turn them into other bits. What have I done over here? Ooh, can I turn strawberries into wine? No. I don't think I have any winemaking products on me. That's fine. We might just leave that. What about my beer barrel? Just check these and see if I've left anything in them. Oh, I did. What's that? Whiskey. There we go. And I think I put some corn in here for chicha. Okay, not recently. No worries. Alright, let's go and sell some of these excess flowers. Although I don't know if lamb's ear can be grown here, so I might need to sell that. So 50 of those can go. I don't need that many scabiosa. Actually, I think I've got scabiosa. I don't remember. What else have we got? See, these are quite good to sell because they're worth 6G. That's worth 6, so... let's go with that. And we'll go with that. That's pretty good. That's Nigella. That is someone else's favourite flower. Don't ask me who though. Actually, is it Hunjel's? Hunjel's favourite, maybe. Let's have a quick check. Maybe Hunjel's favourite flower, or does she like something else? Hunjel, there we are. No, she likes the black dahlia. That's right. Tanis's sneezeweed. Alec doesn't like flowers, oddly enough. Neither does Rose, but she likes fluffy bits. There you go. Alex does not like it. Kamoko. There are so many people, so she likes black flowers. Did I just sell a bunch of black flowers? No, I didn't. We're going to have to experiment on people with flowers. Alrighty. Ooh. Oh, that's right. Oh man, I had really better harvest everything that I can. I forgot it is so close to like... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna... Oops. No, don't do that. Alright, I'm gonna have to need to empty my backpack out because it is nearly winter. And if I leave my things on the tree, I'm gonna be in trouble. Okay, so let's just kind of dump everything in here. Daisies, I should probably have shipped a bunch of those. Whoops, where are my black flowers? Alright, let's go with irises to experiment on our friends with. That's pretty good. We'll just pop all these flowers away. Oh, there's some hellebore. Okay, that's pretty good. Hi Noopal, do you want cuddles? There you go. Cuddle the chicken. Alright, I'll put you down now. Alright, if we sort that up, yep, that should be enough to harvest the trees here. And then what we might do is head up to the other farm where I've actually started a bit of an orchard and get that done. This should be cinnamon. So you can grow cinnamon and you can grow some of your other spices like your cloves. So if you grow cinnamon you get 30. I'm getting a little bit more than 30 because I planted my trees in fertilizer. So when you do that, it increases the yield of the fruit every time they go. Oh, that is a ton of apples. So what I learnt from this particular orchard was that you need to plant things a little bit further apart. I also learnt that you do not need 900 trees of any one thing. You don't need to plant 10 apples, or I think I went mad and I planted 6 of some, so you don't need that many. Yeah, that's probably an important thing. And actually in Wahoo Beach I'm also learning that even 5 trees is more than enough. So and you don't have enough room on your plot to have 5 of each tree. So you really need to just maybe stick to about 3. That, and if you plant too many trees at once, you'll run out of energy when you're watering them and you'll lose them. So that's also another thing you've got to remember at Wahoo Beach. So trees are great. You can get a massive amount of crops in a really short span of time, but you have to wait a month before they're ready to harvest. And that's so you just need to kind of balance out what you need with how much time you've got to get it. Like most things in this game's pretty good for that. Alright, pistachios. I keep forgetting to plant them at the other one. I'm going to be going nuts going, wow, where are all my fruits and things? Alright, that's pretty good. Check out what I can fit in here. I forget who I had the strawberry juice for. I think it was a mission and I made extra so I could sell it. It's that Gretha seeds. Now, the thing with your specialty seeds, you used to be able to plant them all year round, but they've now changed so that they actually only grow in a particular season. So always check with your mystery seeds when they need to be planted. Otherwise, you'll end up like me, and when the changeover came, I had some seeds for the wrong season in the ground and I kind of lost them. So pretty hopeful I'll get them back though, simply because I keep finishing the quotas, so we're fine with that. Alright, let's just head up to our other farm. So this is our forestry farm. My original idea was I was going to turn this entire farm into an orchard, but if I plant that many trees, I'm just going to be so overloaded with fruit, it's not funny. Although I can turn all of the fruit into juice or into sweets and candies, so it's not, that was silly, it's not actually that much of a problem. But anyway, so these are my ban apples. Okay, and that looks like it actually needs to be watered, so let's just give that a whirl. Look at that. Alright, so even when the trees are big, you've still got to remember to water some of them until they actually mature. So okay, those ones, they probably just needed that one more water to get over the line. Yeah, everyone else seems to be good. Alright, look at that. So if I'm really lucky, I haven't delayed the growth of that fruit until, like apples anyway, until it's too late. We'll find out, I guess. So it is 11:21 p.m. Gretha, what are you doing still up? Grilled cheese sandwiches, nice. Bread, cheese, and butter. No worries, Haku, thank you. Okay, check in my journal. What time is it? 11:37. Rose won't come out of the shop until about 4 in the morning, and then we won't see her until midday. So I think tomorrow is our next chance to get her. So I think next session, what I might do is try and deliver that to Rose. Oh, and I forgot to go down to the bakery again. Alright, so next session we're going to deliver Rose her trillium. We're going to try again for a Forrest bakery cake from Spoony Island. And we're going to go get some columbine flowers for Dahlia. And then what I might do is pick up some more errands from the errand board just to build some of these last relationships up. And I think we also need to start... yeah, I really want to work out what Vera likes. So I mean, I've got festival pastries, but I want to know what chicken recipes and what soups are her favourite. Hefe, any kind of beer and grog. Shauna, goat's milk. We so need goats in this game. Oh, but she likes juice. Maybe I'll try her with that strawberry juice. Maybe that's what I've got carrying that around for. Jim, mixed drinks and bread. We might play with bread with Jim and see how that goes. Fries. He did botch up turnip fries one day, so we may try that. So yeah, so Harsha I haven't worked out yet either. And actually the person that I'm really curious about now is Blake, because he likes milk recipes, but he didn't like the last one I tried, which was I think a sugar apple smoothie. So that's kind of all on the agenda for the future. But I think on that note we might finish up, because it's getting close to 11 o'clock here, and I need some sleep. Otherwise I'm not going to write very well in the morning. And thanks for hanging with me. I'll see you around. Take care out there.